I've been a huge fan of the Fantastic Four since the beginning. I was a kid reading these comics, so the chance to help bring them to life was too hard to pass up.
Your planet is now marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the Devourer. There is nothing you can do to stop it.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And you could.
Hold your loved ones close. And speak the words you've been afraid to speak.
We will protect you.
Use this time to rejoice and celebrate. For your time is short. I herald beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
In Fantastic Four: First Steps, Marvel takes a reflective breath, and in doing so, rediscovers something it had nearly lost. Stripped of crossover obligations and free from the gravitational pull of the multiverse, the film chooses a different trajectory. It moves inward. The result is a rare kind of superhero story. Emotionally accessible, visually cohesive, and narratively self-contained. It is a work that reclaims the value of beginnings, not as a template, but as a moment to re-establish why these characters, and this team in particular, once mattered. Set against a retrofuturistic vision of early 1960s New York, the film resists contemporary expectations. There are no portals in the sky, no time-warping cameos, and no labyrinthine lore requiring pre-screening study. Instead, First Steps offers an intimate character piece that quietly explores identity, sacrifice, and the fragile bonds of chosen family. And in doing so, it feels less like a rebranding effort and more like a meaningful act of return.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
The story is of course an origin, yet it unfolds with a kind of cinematic restraint, told partially through the lens of a fictional television anniversary special, hosted with period-appropriate charm by Ted Gilbert. The narrative invites us to engage with the Fantastic Four as public figures and as people. Their emergence is explained through archival-style footage, giving the backstory a vintage documentary texture that helps ground the extraordinary in the familiar. Reed Richards, a brilliant but socially awkward scientist, leads a space mission with his wife Sue Storm, her impulsive younger brother Johnny, and the steadfast pilot and longtime friend Ben Grimm. A cosmic storm alters their DNA.
Obviously, while we were in space, due to errors on my part, we encountered a cosmic storm that altered our DNA.
Reshaping not only their bodies, but the nature of their relationships. Each of their transformations is symbolic as much as it is physical. Reed's ability to stretch, his body elastic and indefinite, reflects his genius mind, but also his emotional distance. He reaches for everything, but struggles to hold on to anything. Sue becomes invisible and capable of projecting force fields, a metaphor for her role as a protector and, at times, overlooks emotional anchor. Johnny's combustion into flame speaks to his volatility and unrestrained need for recognition, while Ben's mutation into a towering stone figure externalizes an inner wound. He becomes hardened by circumstances, his humanity intact but obscured. What distinguishes this iteration of the Fantastic Four from its predecessors is not how their powers are rendered, but how their personhood is preserved. Pedro Pascal brings a contained warmth to Reed Richards, a man who calculates solutions with ease, but often stumbles in articulating care.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
Vanessa Kirby as Sue balances intelligence and resolve with maternal sensitivity.
I am not giving him up.
Presenting a character whose strength is not diminished by vulnerability. Joseph Quinn's Johnny exudes a restless energy, somewhere between bravado and boyhood.
And I saw stars, and I could see me in her face.
And in a performance both nuanced and deeply affecting, Ebon Moss-Bachrach turns Ben Grimm into the quiet soul of the film.
You late? I just said that. Are you pregnant? What?
Through motion capture, Moss-Bachrach conveys not just power, but pain.
How's your day going?
A man who feels permanently exiled from the ordinary joys of human connection. Director Matt Shakman, whose previous work on WandaVision revealed a gift for tonal pastiche and visual storytelling, carries that sensibility into First Steps, but with a steadier, more grounded hand. His use of period aesthetics, seen in everything from Alexandra Burns' evocative costuming to Kaza Farhani's richly detailed production design, evokes not nostalgia for its own sake, but atmosphere in service of meaning. The Baxter Building, home to the team, is a gleaming shrine to mid-century modernism, all clean lines, circular furniture, and chrome optimism. The home itself becomes a character, warm, stylish, distinctly lived in. It is where the most memorable moments occur.
You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We're gonna be the best uncles ever.
Not in battle, but in stillness. Conversations over dinner, disagreements in the lab,
It's a bad plan. Come on.
laughter around a kitchen island. These scenes do the heavy lifting of the film's emotional architecture. And then, the unexpected news. Sue is pregnant. It is a development that shakes this sense of stability and introduces an element rarely seen in Marvel storytelling, an honest reckoning with parenthood as both a hope and a fear. Their lives, already rearranged by power and fame, are once again complicated by the unknown.
It's dinner time. Get inside.
This emotional center is tested by the arrival of the Silver Surfer.
I herald his beginning.
And in bold reimagining, Julia Garner assumes the role, her presence both ethereal and intimidating.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Cloaked in a sleek computer-generated metallic sheen, she moves with precision and speaks with chilling detachment.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Her message is unequivocal. The Earth is marked for destruction. Its devourer already en route. That devourer is Galactus, an ancient being, realized here as a corroded, mechanical titan whose rusted shell and dissonant voice suggest not majesty, but decay. The terror he inspires is not theatrical, but existential. Though many superhero films treat galactic threats as an excuse for planetary spectacle, First Steps draws its tension from ethical uncertainty. When Reed discovers that Galactus might be spared his hunger by taking the child Sue carries, the story crosses into philosophical terrain.
You will not have our planet, and you will never have our son!
The question posed is devastatingly simple. Would you sacrifice one innocent life to save an entire world? Public opinion turns swiftly against the team. The refusal to surrender the child is perceived not as principled, but selfish.
The idea is simple. Hand over their baby, and we all wait.
In a climactic scene, Sue stands before a hostile crowd and reaffirms her decision. Her speech is neither triumphant nor defensive. It is deeply human, grounded in the understanding that what makes life valuable is not the ability to preserve it at all costs, but the courage to protect it without compromise. Kirby delivers this moment with quite force, embodying the film's central belief that love, not fear, must be the foundation of heroism. The final act escalates with visual splendor. The Fantastic Four return to space in a last attempt to negotiate with Galactus, pursued by the Silver Surfer whose own tragic past slowly surfaces. Through Johnny's persistence and curiosity, she begins to question her servitude, revealing sorrow beneath the surface. The climax unfolds during a perilous jump back to Earth, in which Sue gives birth mid-flight to a child whose ordinary biology contradicts Galactus' prophecy. This contradiction matters less than the metaphor. Hope is not a prophecy fulfilled, but a choice to believe in what might still be possible. Galactus' descent into New York City and his march through the sprawling streets is rendered with awe but not indulgence. The visual effects, while technically impressive, remain tethered to the emotional consequences. What we feel is not simply fear of destruction, but a collective reckoning with power and its limits. What ultimately makes First Steps remarkable is that it never allows action to eclipse meaning. The climactic battles are charged not by choreography or skill, but by the emotional stakes between characters we've learned, often painfully, what it means to rely on one another. Shackman keeps the focus steady. This is a story of four people whose love for each other becomes their greatest strength. That spirit is encapsulated in a Jack Kirby quote featured in the end credits. If you look at my characters, you will find me. In First Steps, the filmmakers take that maxim seriously. They create not symbols, but people. Flawed, affectionate, afraid, and determined. The world they inhabit may be threatened by cosmic forces, but their greatest trials remain close to home. Mid-century enthusiasts will find much to admire in the film's design language. From its cocktail lounges to wall-mounted radios, the film immerses us in a time when form and function shared a utopian vision. The aesthetic is fun but not parodic, stylish but never distracting. The period setting becomes a thematic vessel, a moment when the future felt both thrilling and uncertain. In its closing moments, the film gestures toward the broader Marvel universe, teasing a return in Avengers Doomsday. But it is a quiet hope that lingers, that the Fantastic Four might continue on their own terms, in stories shaped by emotional truth rather than franchise mechanics. Because in First Steps, the team's power lies not in their abilities, but in their refusal to let those abilities define them. They are protectors, yes, but also partners, siblings, parents, and friends. In the end, what saves the world is not might, but love held firmly in the face of impossible choices. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed it, and share it with anyone else you think would enjoy it as well. Start a conversation by sharing your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe if you're interested in watching more videos like this. Once again, thank you so much for watching.